How's it going, everybody? Day two of the divisional round. Two very, very exciting games that were very close and had some interesting events. So let's get right into it. So the first game of the day was between the Cleveland Browns and Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I was personally rooting for the Browns. I didn't have that much hope in them, but if you watch this game, you know that arguably the best quarterback in the league and happens to be on the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, suffered an injury. He, you know, kind of late in the game got a concussion protocol and was ruled out for the rest of the game. And, the Browns were down 22-10 right after he got injured, and then they scored a touchdown. There were some questionable calls in this game. A Browns player was diving towards the end zone with the ball. He's trying to extend the ball, and there was a helmet-to-helmet hit that wasn't called, and he fumbled the ball through the end zone. However, the Chiefs, there was very, close play that was, coming down to inches. Chad Henne was the backup for the Chiefs. He was 6 for 8 with 66 yards. He threw an interception, which kind of gave the Browns momentum, but then they couldn't progress the ball to the other side. And Henne, he towards the end of the game tried to get the first down, and he was short by like a foot, and it was 4th and inches, and then Henne just threw a check down to Tyreek Hill to seal the game. And as for the Browns, their defense kind of choked. Like, they have Myles Garrett. They usually have a pretty good defense, but they couldn't stop this backup quarterback, especially on that drive. The run game for the Cleveland Browns is usually really good. It was pretty good today. Chubb had 69 yards and Kareem Hunt had 32. But Baker, he did all right. He had 23 of 37 passing, 204 yards, and 1 touchdown. Mahomes, before he got injured, had 255 yards passing on 30 attempts with 21 completions and a touchdown. Of course, Henne came in, didn't really score for them, but made them closer to victory, and they did win. So the final score was 22-17, a real close one. Very well could have been a different outcome had it went differently for the Browns. The Browns have a bright future. I think that they'll be back in this place very soon if they can keep it up. And as for the Chiefs, they will go to the championship game for, I believe it was the 3rd straight year now. So pretty good for them. Now, the second game of tonight was the New Orleans Saints versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Buccaneers were favorites. However, there was a lot of talk about the Buccaneers winning. I personally thought the Saints would win, but I was wrong. Before I talk about this game, I just have respect. It could have been Drew Brees' last game. I have respect for him. I haven't been rooting for him ever, but just what he's done for the league and how good of a player he's been, and he's been screwed like pretty much most of the years. So props to Drew Brees. But unfortunately, not a good game for him. Drew Brees had 3 interceptions. He had a touchdown and 134 yards, but those 3 interceptions were really costly. Alvin Kamara had 85 yards rushing, but for the Buccaneers, they outplayed them. Tom Brady had 199 yards passing. Mike Evans had a really good game for not Mike Evans. Chris Godwin had a good game. He had 34 yards receiving. Same with Cameron Brate. And just a good game. The Buccaneers defense played good. Like I said, they had 4 takeaways, including 3 interceptions. So good game for them. And, the Buccaneers now will play the Packers, who they beat earlier in the season by 4 touchdowns. So we'll see what will happen. I'd rather see the Packers win because I do not like Tom Brady. However, from an unbiased standpoint, it's going to be a really good game regardless. Props to the Saints. They had a good year, but, Brees, he couldn't get it done. And it's unfortunate because he's a great quarterback. As for the Browns-Chiefs game, props out for the Browns, too. They had a hell of a year. They won their first playoff game in ages. And the Chiefs, we'll see what will happen to them. They're going to play Buffalo now, and if Mahomes isn't playing, which it's questionable right now, who knows what will happen. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and NFC and AFC championship games next week. All right, guys, thank you.